So मेरा 11 years.
Yeah. So we'll record this session for the interview perspective, like what you have learned in the training. So as a it means for what how the works happens in the real time process. So everything I will be explaining to you in detail. And after that, how you have to perform the interview also, we will explain you. So please be like just make a note of each and every point. Once the
Mm-hmm.
explanation is done, I'll share you. I'll tell you that how where you have to pause, what you have to tell, and how you have to drive your interview process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So first
Okay.
of all, let me give you the clear example of the project. What is project? What is system? What is support project, development project, and production project? Okay, the systems, different
Mm-hmm.
different systems. Just scroll up your resume, your phone number and email ID is showing every time, not required. So here, so first of all, SAP SuccessFactor is a cloud-based module. Okay, that you know everything, and this SAP SuccessFactors came from just Lars Dahlgrad, and after he founded PMGM module, so he founded this application based on to maintain the records of a performance management. But after that, in 2003, SAP acquired it, and so many changes happened. And today, 2024, we have all different modules of SAP SuccessFactors, right? In
Yeah.
that, we have one main important module called Employee Central. So we called it as a foundation module. So in this foundation module, what and all we are going to learn is everything from end to end, like maybe from the starting, how to configure the system, how to update the logo, what is theme, how to configure a company structure, how to configure a company, how to configure the events, rules, workflows, how to maintain the data of an employee, how to create the reports, and everything we will be learning in this module. And people may have doubt that we cannot learn in other modules. We will learn. But what happens? Those are process perspective module. Like recruitment means only recruitment part will be there. Onboarding means onboarding part will be there. LMS means learning management system will be there. The process along with that we will be having the workflows, business rules and all. So when you're not learning the foundation module and you're directly going to the process module, you will be confused that what is rules, what is workflow, what is event when the time comes to work on those modules, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we inform everyone to start from employee central, people who are freshers or people who are changing their like profession or changing their domain. So we will inform them to come from the employee central or start from employee central. So it will give you a clear picture of what exactly we are doing into the system,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is a small introduction about SAP SuccessFactors. Now coming to the project and real-time exposure, what exactly we will be doing in project, how the system works, and exactly we as a consultant we are going to work as a SAP SuccessFactors. So here, the project phases we know. So previously we will be using like we know the three methodologies. Like one is waterfall methodology, one is agile methodology, and one is activate methodology, where we will be using for a SAP success factors. So in this activate methodology, how the process flows actually. So do you have any idea how the process flows? What steps we will be taking?
Yeah, I went through that project sequence thing, in which there are those 7 steps which are mentioned. So
That
I've gone
is,
through that.
yeah, that is for SAP, that is for to teach you what exactly going into the system. It is not
Mm,
like, means to make you understand about the terminologies.
correct. Uh-huh.
Apart from that, any research you have done?
On the project sequence, like process before the project gets implemented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I went through that. It's like, project planning, requirement gathering, configuration and customization, data migration,
So
integration, testing.
yeah. Yes, in the while teaching you, I have used the case called the 7-step process, where first will be PTO session. In the PTO session, like the project team orientation, then requirement gathering, then preparation of workflow. Then after that, implementation and configuration, then testing, then UAT, and then go live and support. So it has to make you understand the normal terminology.
Mm-hmm.
But in the reality, we will be calling as preparation phase, realization, configuration, and deployment phase. Those 5 phases. So if you want a clear picture of that one, so first is project preparation. So in this project preparation, we will be defining the project scope. What is the project scope means? What client is expecting, the goals and the timeline. Means uh, goals means our how when we will be reaching all those things, the timeline, because one project when we are taking, we also need to understand, or have to give the exact timeline to the client. It may not sometime we may not reach, or we may reach that, but it is mandatory to maintain a timeline so that everyone will be sticking up to that timeline. We have to deliver the project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next comes like a configuration and design. So in this configuration and design, what we will do, we will be configuring the modules to meet business requirement. Means whatever the requirement we got it. So based on that, we will be designing the modules to meet the business expectations. Then developing the system, then developing the data migration. All those things will happen in this configuration and design. Then comes data migration. So why the data migration? If at all the client is using any third-party application, so we need to migrate the data from non-SAP system to SAP system, or SAP to non-SAP system, to get the data as well. If at all the client is asking you to merge that one, so this step it may be or may not be. Okay. Then development and testing. So in this development, what will happen? Develop custom integrations, workflows, bus- business rules, and developing all the data, everything, whatever we have learned, those things will come under the development. And testing, whatever the development you have done, whether it is got properly or not, that phase is nothing but testing. Once the testing is done, then client will take over and he will do the UAT, which is a user acceptance testing. After the deployment and cutover, so deployment is nothing but you are handing over the project to the client. Once you hand over the project, the client people also have to know that how to use that application. So for that purpose, you will be training to the some consultants at client place, and giving the support for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, that how to use the system, and if at all any issue they got with any issue, how to support them. So that is EMS, which is application management system. Then project closure. This is the phase where from end to end, means one implementation, how it works is, this is the phase from project preparation to the project closure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it till now?
Okay.
Hmm. Got it till now, or any questions for
Yeah,
me?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So this is what. Uh,
Next, we need
do
to
I need to write
understand
this?
about, no, just you,
This.
no, not a problem. Just to make a note. Anyway, we are recording, right?
Yeah.
Now, how many systems are there in SAP SuccessFactors? It is not like the process means directly you are going and working on the production system, means client system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are
Mm-hmm.
three different systems are available. Those we can call it as a development system. So first is development system. So this is where in this development system we will do all configurations and customizations, and we can call it also sandbox environment, where developers and consultants work on new project. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next, quality assurance system where testing happens. Like this, in this way, we will be seeing that whether each and everything we have done is okay, running successfully, and whether we can move it to the production system or not. That will be done in the testing system. Next, we have a
Mm-hmm.
production system. So in this production system is main actual system where once our development and testing is done, where we will be moving to the production system that which is going to be used by the client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these are the
Okay.
three main systems: development, quality, and quality testing and production system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
ठीक है.
and yeah. Apart from that, they may ask you the project sequence, like how the project sequence. So just can you open the project? Till now you're clear. Now you got an
Yeah.
idea how the end-to-end application works, the implementation
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Okay, so just open the project sequence document.
Mm. I have the recording, so I made notes from it. But इसका वो नहीं है notes project sequence का.
Okay, I'm sharing it.
आप वो events का भी दे दोगे क्या इसी में? मतलब if you're sending events के
I
notes.
need to check that events mode because I don't know because I'm not using my old laptop. It got some trouble. All the things are there in those. Yeah, event result notes is also available. I'll share you.
Yeah, yeah, that would
First,
be
let
really
me
nice because I
share
was.
the.
Mhm.
You're facing any disturbance from my end?
No,
Okay. So this is the project sequence where we will be following once we start our project.
you
There
need
is
to
some
share your
disturbance
screen.
at your. There is some
Yeah,
disturbance at your
I'll
place.
yeah I'll put on mute. I said ना घर में renovation चल रहा है थोड़ा सा, तो I'll put myself on mute. But your screen is not. I can't see your screen.
You stop your screen, then you will be able to
Hmm.
see.
Yeah, now I can see yours.
So this is the project sequence. So you know how the project sequence. So first you will be having one universal ID. So we will be getting one provisioning account, instance account. After that, what we will do, that let's discuss that. So first of all, as we are done with the project preparation and client meetings, everything done. Now we have to start the process. The implementation starts. So how it will be starting. So first the step is like initial configuration. In this initial configuration, we will be configuring a provisioning account. Sorry, from provisioning, new provisioning account will be added. And in that provisioning account, we will be also enabling the modules what we have, the settings, whatever the settings required for the desired module we got to the client. And apart from that, the second step will be creating the super admin. So you know how to create the super admin, like by giving their user ID, email ID, and password. By clicking on that, we have approval from the client to make this person super admin. That the process will go as a super admin. That's where we call it as the instance access as well. So we can also log in that instance in another system, as well as we can also log in from the provisioning account as well. Third is like a defining the corporate data model. So here, this is the place where we will be defining the corporate data model. Next, we have country specific region corporate data. Next, MDF object, MDF foundation object, where in this phase we will be creating our legal entity, business unit, division, department, our custom department, custom divisions, and associations, field creations, UI configurations. All those place comes in the MDF foundation objects. Next, we have configuring the succession data model. So till now we have done the all company related things. Now we will be moving to update the employee related things. That's where the succession data model come, where a person name, date of birth, all those information related to the employees. So those fields will be in the succession data model. Next, country specific region data model where employee identity, those kind of stuff fields will be created in configuration of country specific. Next, importing the pick list. So as how we will be downloading our data model from Partner Edge portal, we will be also having the pick list pre-configured from SAP. And if at all we need any custom pick list, then we know how to create that by going to the pick list center and following the four-step process of parent and child relationship, we can create the pick list. Next, we create the foundation object. So this is the phase where we will be creating our location group, geo zone, and like event reasons, our dynamic role, workflow configurations, and pay grades. So all those things will be happening in the foundation object phase. Next, optional configuration where position management. So this in this position management, we have spent a lot of time to learn this position management as well. Like where this will also take more time to configure all the positions and the rules, each and everything, the propagation rules, the workflows, as well as the integration between the one template to one template. So that's the phase where we will be configuring the position management. Next, business rules. So business rules based on the process, how we are automating the system. So based on that one, how many business rules we are writing for which process and what, where required, everything we will be writing the business rule. Next, event reason derivation rule. So creating one event and giving the business rule for that particular event is the event reason derivation, and creating workflow derivation rule, which is included with the workflow approval process and the rules as well. As setting role-based permission. So in this phase, you will be setting up a role-based permission. So which permission is for which permission people or which department, like employee, manager or admin or division department or business unit, for which group, what permission you want to define, that will be done in this space. Importing employee data like bulk import, if there are 1,000+ employees, so we cannot do add new employee process. So that's where we will be doing importing the employee data in this phase by going through basic import, then biographical info, import and employment info. So on the process starts. Next, HRIA synchronization, where we will be doing the all synchronization by going through manage business configurations and writing the rules so that data should map from one entity to another entity. Next, time off module comes where setting up the leave of absence, holiday calendar, and the break configurations, how many hours in a day the people has to work. So all those configurations comes in this one. How many leaves are there? What are those leaves? So everything will be the setting up leave of absence. Now, setting up payment information is something like a payroll kind of thing. And next, people profile configuration. So we know how to configure the people profile by going to configure people profile. We will be adding the subsections. We will be adding the general settings of a people. And if at all any changes required, we will be adding the fields. We will be creating the custom objects in this phase. Next, setting up global assignment. This is something to another module where we will be setting up the global assignment for the people, concurrent employment, workforce, document generation. So what and all the document required for one particular module that will be done in this space. Now, employee central advanced reporting. We also read reportings as well for all the modules or all the templates for all the imports what we have done. So that's where the reporting comes. And setting up the mobile, we know not only the desktop, we also have the mobile application for this software. So we need to set up the mobile application as well. And next, finally, employee central payroll. And if at all the client has another module, then we can also go ahead with the sequence to implement the process. Okay.
Yeah, Kavita. Okay.
So this is the process. So till now we have completed that what is the project phase from implementation to the go live and how many systems are there, then what is the sequence of the project. This is where we have done. Now comes under
Mhm.
the interview question. So this meeting is going to end, let this end, and we start with the interview questions in the second meeting.
Okay.
You have any doubts till now?
No, Kavita. I was going through the videos and all, so I have a rough idea. It was a good recap. Yeah,
Okay.
I had it
So
quite
second
early.
video, we will discuss about the interview questions, what we will be getting and what do you mean by workbooks, how to configure the system. Those things we will discuss in the second video. So just give a pause.
Okay.
Let me take 5 minutes of break and come back.
Okay.
एक्चुअली वो
ठीक है.
आदत ही चली गई बहुत बात करना कंटिन्यूअसली nowadays I'm unable to
हाँ,
breathe also.
हाँ, थोड़े आपकी आवाज से लगा. But you are too good, Kavita. मतलब, no, I am always so happy after going through your training.
Thank you so much.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. ठीक है.
Yeah, let me take a 5 minutes break and we'll catch up.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you can leave. मतलब I'll also leave then.
हाँ,
Thanks,
तो
Kavita.
आप आने के बाद मुझे पिंग करो, we'll start the meeting.
अच्छा ठीक है. 5 minutes बाद मैं करती हूँ. हाँ? ठीक. Thanks.
Today only we remembered Rashim and she messaged.